Thank you so much for watching. It's Snowmageddon here in New Jersey. The weather is insane. I hope everybody's safe and not leaving the house anytime soon. So I figured since I'm not leaving the house anytime soon, I would do a tutorial for you guys. This is going to be a highlight and contour tutorial, which was, you know, the most in demand in everybody's requests. So I'm going to actually be doing a cream and a powder contour and highlight, just so you get the best of both worlds, you know, whatever your preference is. So if you'd like to learn how to get a highlighted and contoured face, please keep watching.
Hey guys, so one half of the face we are going to do the cream highlight and contour, and the other half is going to be the powder. Starting with the cream contour, I'm using a Maybelline Fit foundation stick. It's supposed to be a shine-free foundation stick, and basically what you're going to do is to carve out your face. So originally I like to go in right at the cheekbones. You don't want to go too low on that because then it looks like you have a beard. And then we're going to carve out the forehead, you know, just creating darkness, and then down on the neck, obviously. On the side of the nose, if you want to slim your nose out. I was just getting contour happy, so I hit pretty much every place. And then you get that beautiful striped tiger look on your face. For the highlight, we are going to go in with a MAC Prep+Prime in Radiant Rose. And it's a great little creamy highlighting thing. It's got a pinkish hues in it, but so for the highlighting, you are going to go kind of in a triangle under your eye, and then in the center of your forehead, down the middle of your nose. Here I did a beautiful job of mixing both of them together instead of, yeah, seriously. So then on the chin as well. And again, this is bringing kind of the center of your face forward and then the outside of your face darker. Yeah, whatever. You look like a tiger. It's cool. So once we get all of our stripes on, we're going in with a damp beauty blender. Excuse it. I just literally used it for my concealer, my makeup before doing this video. So, you know, it's a little dirty, but whatever. So what we are going to do is blend, 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 blend until our hands cannot blend anymore. And the beauty blender is great for that. You just want to make sure that you run it under water, you get it super, super wet, and then squeeze out all the excess moisture. That's going to give you the best, I guess, kind of blending ability. So what I like to do is use kind of the chubby part of the beauty blender, which is the bottom, on the contour or the dark parts, and then the top kind of more pointed part on the highlight or the lighter parts. And basically, again, we're just going in, we're dabbing everywhere that we've put the highlight and contour, and then, you know, blend, 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 blend. Because if you don't blend, it looks like you have tiger stripes all over your face, and that is not what we're going for. So even you see on the forehead, I've blended it, but I'm still going to go in and blend it. I'm still going to go in and, you know, just play with it. So really it's just a matter of, I can't tell you, okay, blend for 15 seconds. It's just a matter of getting it to where you want it to be. Okay, so we're blending, 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 blending. I think we can, you know, kind of try to speed this up a little bit. You get it, we're blending. Okay, now we're all blended out, and what we're going to do now is take a nice stiff brush, like this MAC brush. You can see it's got like a flat head and nice short bristles, and this Laura Mercier translucent powder. This is going to be baking, which is what I mentioned in my last video about kind of the big thing happening in 2015. So what you're going to do is dip the brush right into the translucent powder, get a pretty good amount, shake off a little bit of the excess, but then we are going to dab the powder right under our cheekbone, right where that contour line should be. This is going to really sharpen up that contour. I'm going to drag the powder or dab the powder towards the end of my nose, really carving out that cheekbone and making our contour nice and chiseled. That's what we want. And, you know, we get a little powder beard to go with it. So I like to pull the translucent powder down a little bit and just make sure the whole face is kind of covered and neat. Apparently get it on my earring too, no bigs. But let it set. We're done. Let it chill out with that. That's going to really define that contour. One thing with a cream powder is you have to set it. So this is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I'm going to go in with the color far most, I mean, it took me a while, but far most to the right. It's called Subconscious. No, that's not right. I was looking at it reverse. Somber. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of Somber and just kind of dab it on where we've already set the cream contour. The translucent powder on the face is going to catch any runoff, which is great. But this is going to help set the cream, darken it up a little, and really just make it smudge proof. It's not going anywhere. This is one of those extra steps that you should take when you're doing a cream contour, because if not, it could, you know, run down your face by the end of the day and then you have a beard. We always want to avoid, as ladies, having a beard. I think that's a fair statement. So I'm just kind of blending and running that over the cream contour. And then that's what we have. We're good. We're good on the cream side. So now we're going to focus on the powder side, which looks so pale compared to what we have going on the other side. That's fine. We're going to fix it up. So this Sigma brush, it's a nice tapered brush. I believe it's called the E40 brush. And the color Subconscious. Now I have it right. When you're using a powder contour, you want to, or any contour really, you want to take a color that's really going to mimic shadows on your face. That's going to really help out making it look a little bit more natural. I mean, I can't say that my makeup is looking super natural right now, but you know, it's makeup, big deal. So I'm taking this E40 tapered brush, I believe that's what it's called. I'll have it listed in the bottom, and carving out the cheekbone. Same thing as with the cream contour. I'm kind of putting it a little bit above where the contour is going to end up being. So usually it's right underneath the cheekbone. I'm kind of putting it on the cheekbone, and that way when I blend, it doesn't blend too far down. So I'm just kind of carving out the cheekbone, going in. You know, don't put too much on your brush at a time. That way you can always add more. It's a little bit harder to take away. So basically, again, just defining the cheekbone, trying to pull it out. You never want to go past, I would say, the iris of your eye. I know that sounds super specific, but again, you know, all roads lead to beard. We're entering beard territory if you get too far past the center of your eye. I would say the iris of your eye. So what I'm doing now is taking just a bigger brush and yeah, I'm just going to blend a couple things together. You know, I'm all about trying different things here. And this is my first time in the palette, so I just want to get a feel for it. And we're going to mimic what we did on the cream contour side, up on the forehead. You want to keep it to around your hairline. You don't want to come too far down on the forehead, and that way it takes away from the highlight. And also it just, if you're going to go too far down, you might as well just bronze your whole face. That's not what we're doing here. So you can see just kind of, yeah, up on the forehead. Then we're going to kind of darken what we've done on the cheekbones, blending it out, of course. You want to hit your forehead, your temple, and you have to make that face when you contour. Sorry. We're going to go into the cheekbone some more, and then eventually down our neck, just like we did with the cream contour. The process, oh good God, that's too much product. the process is still the same. The blending concept is still the same. We're blending until our hands fall off. That's the key here. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I realized I put way too much product on my brush, and I'm just kind of rubbing it around my jawline and bringing it down my neck so I don't look like a crazy person. Now for the highlight, we're going to go in, and on the top 3 colors, I am going with Levitation. I love these names. They're so ridiculous. So this is the Real Techniques blush brush, actually, but I really like it for highlighting, setting powder. I don't really use brushes for what they're intended for all the time. Just do your own thing. So I'm going in with that highlight shade. Same thing on the forehead, down the nose, underneath the eye. And the highlight of a powder highlight, I find, is just not as pigmented as a cream highlight. So sometimes I'll mix and match. Sometimes I like to do a powder contour during the day or something, and then hit it with a cream highlight like we did on the other side of the face, and then maybe set it with a powder highlight. I know it sounds like a lot of steps, but it's all about your personal preference. And here I'm just kind of mixing and matching again, blending a couple different colors. This one was that subconscious, and now we've added shadow play to it, and running back over. I felt like it wasn't really showing on camera. It definitely looks a lot darker when I just look at myself in the mirror, but on camera I didn't think it was showing up very, very much. So I went ahead and kind of darkened it a little, and then you can see that helps it out. And of course I have to fix my hair. Obvi. So we're going to bake again. We're going to bake on the other side. Bake with a cream contour, bake with a powder contour. It's a great way to define your contour, certainly. So same technique, we're dipping it into the powder and then placing it right in the hollows of our cheek, sculpting out the cheekbone, bringing it up to the side of our nose. And look, I mean, you could see it right away. I know don't worry, we're gonna dust off this powder. We're not gonna walk around with a powder beard, but you can see right away how it has just sharpened and cleaned up that contour. Powder beard. I don't know why I'm saying beard so much in this video, but I feel like it's something we need to warn against. So on to the next step, and we're gonna do this all with our powder on our face. This is a NYX Blush. I really, really love their blushes. They're super, super pigmented. This is a mauve color. It's actually called mauve. It's not a mauve color. But right onto the apples of our cheeks. I think we all know how to put some blush on. Onto the apples of our cheeks. I like to drag it backwards so it hits the whole cheekbone. And then you get that great color kind of across your cheekbone. And you want to make sure you're blending it into your contour so you don't have just bronzer streaks or contour streaks and then a blush streak. That's not what we're going for. We want a nice smooth blended look, and that's what we're going to finish up here with our blush. And then I like to go in for a highlight. I know I mentioned in my last video I'm not a super highlighty person. This is that BECCA Moonstone highlighter I mentioned. And this is a Real Techniques setting brush. Again, I just don't do what I'm supposed to do. Dab it into the highlighter, tap off the excess, kind of hit the high points of your face. And I just feel like maybe my skin is just immune to highlighting because it is not showing up for me. And that is super frustrating because you can kind of see it when the light hits. Anyway. Highlighting tops of your cheekbones, a little bit on your nose, the tip of your nose. That gives you that kind of glowy look. Now let's get that beard off, that translucent beard. I'm going in with just a stippling brush, and this will help us blend out the translucent powder. You're really just kind of rubbing it off. You're really breaking it off. Seriously, with this earring, I cannot tell you the stress of this earring. Seriously. So now we're all blended out, and we're just going to run that brush all over the place. Here's a little close-up of our hard work now that we're all done. Cream and then powder side.
So this is a finished product, or I guess I shouldn't say product because I have several different variations in my face. It's up to you what you prefer, cream or powder. The cream contour is, as you can see, a little bit more defined. I think the powder contour is great for more of an everyday feel, but it really is your personal preference. And my earring keeps falling out. But it really is your personal preference, and you know, I hope that you buy some stuff. If you already have it, get in there, play with it, you know, have some fun with it. I'll have all the products mentioned in the bar below. A lot of it was mentioned in my Best of Beauty 2015 video, so if you didn't tune into that, make sure you do. But thank you so much for watching. Oh my god, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.